ahoy, and welcome aboard the Sea Monkey. Let's see what kind of loot I plundered from APMEX. What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me again. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Ross at Coins and Coffee. He did a shout out video from my 300 subscriber giveaway that's coming up, and I've picked up a few more subscribers off of that. So thank you, Ross. I appreciate that. And to be honest with you, that was an epic shout out, bro. Props. So without further ado, let's see what I got from APMEX. I don't usually order from them unless it's like an exclusive series. So when I saw the sets coming out, I became interested. One of them in particular for myself, the other one more so for my son. If he ends up not actually caring much for the silver stacking hobby, then they will be mine. But we've got limited mintages on all three of these of 10,000 worldwide. They are APMEX North America exclusive releases. At least two of them are. I'm not sure about the other one. So I bought on the dip the other day. Well, I guess this would be date 3/2 on the order. So I bought the dip on that weekend, and let's see, I paid, looks like a combined total of $107.53, and it looks like they've gone back to free shipping at $100, even though their website did not reflect that. It still said $199. And in Washington, I don't pay tax on bullion, apparently. So I guess the tax that I'd been seeing on my previous receipts must have been strictly for the capsules. Spot price that day was, does it say on here? It does not. So all three of these had premiums, but they weren't that high, to be honest. I want to say spot price was down at like 25, 20 something. It was in the low 25s. And so I felt like it was a decent time to try and grab these up. And we will start off with this one. And like I said, it's, let me go ahead and get this out of the package. It's North American APMEX exclusive with a mintage of 10,000. And this is the second release of the series. I did not get the first release of the series. So if anyone has, you know what I'm talking about. If anyone has the T-Rex, like an ample supply of them, I don't want to buy your last one or your second to last one. I'm looking for someone that might have a roll of them and is willing to sell some back to the community at a reasonable price. The T-Rexes are going on eBay for about $55 up to 80 plus. And I really don't want to have to pay that much to get the T-Rex. But here we have the Prehistoric Life 2020 Plesiosaurus. And these are the Republic of Congo. They're a 20 francs coin. Francs, however you want to accent that. Kind of a nice design. Not too thrilled with the front. But my son likes dinosaurs, so I thought this might be really neat for him. And it says we've got Triassic, 250 to 200 million years BC. Jurassic, 200 to 145 million years BC. And Cretaceous was 145 to 66 million years BC. And Plesiosaurus lived from 201 to 191 million years BC. So they say. I don't know how they think they can get such perfect numbers, but they do. So this case looks a little scratched up. I hope none of that's on the coin. You can kind of see some scuffage there. Maybe this was a buyback. Definitely not fresh off the mint roll. But that's okay. We've got the Plesiosaurus is featured underwater, and below the Plesiosaurus are several sea plants and animals. He's got a fairly sleek body with wide flippers and a small head at the end of a fairly long neck. And this was a 2020 issue from the Republic of Congo Prehistoric Life Series. And this is issue number 2. I was saying T-Rex was number 1, and I did miss out on the T-Rex. I didn't have the funding at the time, and I didn't expect it to be quite so popular, and so I didn't jump on it as quick as I should have. This is only my 3rd order from APMEX. The only 2 other coins I've ordered from APMEX were the Colossus of Rhodes, and I managed to get 2 of those. And I'm going to try and build 2 complete sets, and we'll see what happens when that happens. So there's the Plesiosaurus, issue number 2 in the Prehistoric Life Series. 10,000 minted, APMEX North American exclusive release. And this is in a brilliant uncirculated finish. And that looks terrible, even though I can't reach it. There we go. Ha! Alright, so for the next one, we have issue number 3 of the series. And this is also limited to 10,000 mintage. Also, North American APMEX exclusive release. And we have the 3rd and final release for the year. The 2020 Mamenchisaurus. Mamenchisaurus supposedly lived from 160 to 145 million years BC. And it shows 2 Mamenchisauruses, one with its neck stretched out, and it looks like he's drinking from like a river or a lake or something there. You can see some mountains in the background, and some sort of large prehistoric pterodactyl or a pterodon maybe flying up in the sky there above their heads. They've got long necks, as you can see, and I believe that neck makes up half of their total body length. Honestly, I don't know how much this differs from a Brontosaurus. they must be different in some way, shape, form, or another. So yeah, quite striking coins. They're not super high proof. It's got, I'd say it's a proof-like. Not quite a deep cam, but you can definitely see the contrast, especially looking up there at the pterodactyl. Pretty nice. Probably wouldn't be my first choice for a set to collect for myself, but like I said, my son likes dinosaurs. He's really into them this year. For his birthday, he wanted a couple of stuffed dinosaurs, and he wanted a dinosaur-themed birthday. The whole 9 yards. You know how 7-year-olds are. So I figure what better way to try and get him interested in the hobby than with something he's already interested in. So there's that one. That's Mamenchisaurus, longest neck of any creature that ever lived. Lived during the late Jurassic period. And again, these only have 10,000 mintage. So that's kind of why the T-Rex sold out and never came back at APMEX. And they're going for a hefty premium on eBay. So like I said, if there are any community members out there that have extra T-Rexes to bring me up to date on that, I wouldn't mind initiating some kind of sale or trade here in the near future. I'm a little strapped for cash at the moment, but I'm expecting taxes and hopefully the stimulus. From what I'm hearing, the stimulus passed both the House and Senate, and I've heard from one personal friend at least that they got their stimulus already. So if that happens, I'll be able to free up my budget a little bit to play around. So hit me up in the comments if anyone watching this has extra Tyrannosaurus Rex that they would be willing to let go of at fair market price, not a ridiculous premium, like 35, 40 bucks, somewhere in that area. So on to the next coin that we're gonna look at, and moving away from the Congo back to the island nations, one of my favorites, Niue. Now you may not recognize this because it's a completely new design, but it features the Niue shield, a coat of arms, the seal of Niue. Let's see if I can get a zoom on that. There we are. Republic seal of Niue. Very nice. And some sort of walking liberty figure. Quite striking, I must say. So this was supposed to be tease ya. This was supposed to be Brilliant Uncirculated. Some of you may subscribe to Silver Husky. I just saw his video about an hour ago on this coin, and he was asking if it was an error or a mistake or what was going on, because he ordered one proof and like 12 BU, Brilliant Uncirculated, and they all came the same, just like this. But he paid like up the wazoo for the proof, and all the BUs were exactly the same. So we're not sure what's going on with that. I ordered a BU. You can obviously see it's proof-like. it's a proof. Look at that. See my finger reflecting? Ooh, it's freaking shiny. So what is it? What is this? Oh, it's Galileo. This is the first in the new series that APMEX is starting to release, the Icons of Inspiration series. Now this is the one that caught my eye because I'm into this kind of stuff. Like history, historical figures, Renaissance. And I saw this and I was like, ooh, buddy, that's going to be nice. So it's kind of interesting that we're all getting proofs. And people buying proofs are getting the same coin for like 10 times the price. I didn't even see the proof on the website now, so I can't compare or look or do anything, but Silver Husky went on there and he looked and he compared. Now it came in a gift box with a certificate of authenticity that supposedly said there was only 100 minted in the proof. I don't know. That looks pretty proof-like to me. And like he said, he scoped them and he inspected them, and the one proof versus the 12 brilliant uncirculated, they were all identical. So he's dealing with APMEX on that one. But getting back to the coin, we've got some stunning detail on that. We've got, not sure exactly what we got back there, but it looks to be an amalgamation of some of his like measuring devices and maybe his astronomical model of the universe. There he's got one of his inventions, the telescope. You can see the moon. You can see one of the classic globes. And his signature, Galileo Galilei. Again with the 10,000 minted, just like the dinosaurs. And I figure it fitting that an old dinosaur like this come in a package with a couple other old dinosaurs. But yeah, look at that. Look at that frosty detail. They did a really nice job on this. I don't know what the brilliant uncirculated would have looked like in comparison to their supposed proof, but I'm really happy with what I got here, and if the whole set continues to stay like this, I will be happy. It'll be kind of a bummer if we have to purchase the more expensive proofs later on in the future in order to continue having the proof-like series. But if this was some kind of shenanigans on someone's part, then that remains to be seen as well. But there we got the Icons of Inspiration Galileo Galilei, number 1 in the new series, Icons of Inspiration, with a limited mintage of 10,000. We are celebrating Icons of Inspiration through history, starting with Galileo, featuring his achievements and discoveries that are fundamental to our present understanding of the physical universe. At least what we think it is. His ideas were deemed heretical. He played off of Copernicus in the heliocentric model. So Galileo ended up having to take the brunt of the church's wrath, I guess you would say, as he continued Copernicus's work on the heliocentric model and redefining how we looked at the universe. This concept of heliocentrism initially ran counter to the positions of religious authorities. Copernicus dedicated his book describing the theory of heliocentrism, called De Revolutionibus Orbium Coelestium, to Pope Paul III, and then promptly died. That saved him the troubles that were beset to Galileo, whose astronomical observations, they confirmed the views of Copernicus. Galileo was told to abandon his beliefs by the church, and of course later tried by the Inquisition and sentenced to house arrest. So the church deemed his views blasphemous, heretical, and dangerous to faith. So, there's kind of a brief history of Galileo and what he was all about. He was born 1564, died 1642, but I'm looking forward to seeing what other figures they put into this series. I want to say they're probably going to do Kepler, Johannes Kepler, Isaac Newton, probably. Definitely Nicholas Copernicus. I mean, if they don't do those three, it's going to be kind of a sad series, to be honest. But time will tell. I mean, they're all a bunch of historical figures. I mean, they could even go with people like Michelangelo, and other different areas of the arts as well, not necessarily just sticking to science and astronomy. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with that series, who comes out on it. They're all going to be limited mintage of 10,000 apiece, so I'm a little sad I didn't pick up 2 at the time, because now they're almost twice the price. Well, they're going for 51. I paid 35 for mine. It's going for 51 now, so kind of like the dinosaurs, only they're not selling on the website for 51. They're out of stock. But it is what it is, and that's the silver game. If you don't jump, you miss, or you belly flop, something like that. Anyways, I'm super freaking tired. I not only did my paper route Friday morning, but then I did full day landscaping for some friends out of town. So I'm rambling at this point, and I apologize. This video is going to be all chopped up, and if it doesn't make any sense at points, that's why. I am sorry. Going on 2 o'clock, I'm going to cut this out now, edit it, post it, and yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. It's been fun. I hope you all have an awesome evening or morning or whatever it is, wherever you are. God bless you all. Good night.